What is it? I'll get you back.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit.
Don't go.
Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me? What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste.
Oh, stunning. How curious. Come and look at this. Look, they form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with. Something's carved into each one. I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house.
That's an unusual looking rose.
I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Scahandoo, Cecilia.
My aunt? They're for her.
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
There are some strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
Superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her.
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie. Sorry, lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you, if I must.
Aye, you must. I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers. Looking to break some more locks, laddie.
Are these...
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
But they seem to be the only thing that grows here. These are... dead as dodos.
Hard to raise anything beautiful here, ever since Cecilia's gone.
Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Grandfather Edward.
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories. And they're not what they were. And this.
That is exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorns, ye ken.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward! You monster!
Who is that old woman? It takes courage to confront Edward like that.
They lied to me.
Who did?
All of them.
It's me!
What just happened?
I could ask you the same thing. You started to talk to yourself. And then you were throwing your arms about like you were fighting something. I couldn't see what. You started bawling and the lassie came in to see what was going on. She tried to settle you, but you just went for her.
I saw an old lady. She wore a long, flowing dress. Her voice was strong, determined.
Sounds like Rosemary. She was Lady Margaret's mother.
Was Cecilia not able to have children? Did that anger Grandfather Edward?
Maybe you can see well enough too, son. Maybe you can. It wasn't her. It was her husband. He was the bother. Couldn't, you ken?
I think so, yes.
Aye, well, Edward blamed Cecilia for it, for picking the wrong man for her mate. You'll be fine, laddie. You just need some fresh air. This place can get to ye.
The crack is right there. Edward was furious. Seems like him and great-grandmother Rose didn't see eye to eye. The secateurs should be... Here they are. How could I know? This seems awfully accurate for a forgotten memory. These are... dead as dodos.
Hard to raise anything beautiful here, ever since Cecilia's gone. Trust your instincts, laddie.
David, are you all right?
Am I all right? I should be asking you. I'm so sorry I hurt you. I don't know what happened.
Don't worry. I faced much worse in the asylum.
She's tough. I don't think it's possible to face her. Sorry again.
Maybe don't leave me outside like a naughty puppy next time.
Yes, quite. I feel like the madness that runs through this family, through these walls, is starting to seep into me too.
I can help you, but you need to open up. You need to start talking to me.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Stubborn. just like your father.
I think that Edward may be responsible for the death of my Aunt Cecilia. Not directly. She drowned herself in the loch. I think that Edward drove her to it.
Old families usually have a skeleton or two in the cupboard.
Yes, but my family has a graveyard full. Whatever secret this family is hiding, it's costing lives. Cecilia, the maid, my father. We have to put a stop to this. We need to find out what happened to the maid tonight.
What is it, David?
I have to see.
David, wait! You have to start confiding in me, David. What are you seeing?
I think I'm seeing ghosts. Ghosts of those who have died here. I see my father as a child. He's trying to communicate with me.
Perhaps you visited here as a child. Maybe you're remembering stories your father told you of this place when you were young.
You see? I said you wouldn't believe me. If I'm only remembering things, how would I have known where to find a pendant? How could I have known he tried to force himself on her? Unless you think I killed her.
I don't think you killed anyone, David. And you're right. I can't explain it.
So?
So, we focus on the facts as we know them.
Go on.
You saw the maid's body. Her neck was broken. That was the work of a human, not a ghost, yes?
I suppose so, yes.
Lady Margaret knows more than she's saying, that's for sure.
Godspeed getting anything out of that old hag.
No, I know. But Eddie might be an easier option.
Yes. Yes, we need to find him. And make sure Margaret isn't there to interrupt.
I believe she's already gone to bed, but I'll check. You go find Eddie.
Well, that's clear enough.
Well, hello, my dear Elsa. Oh, Sir Edward, you look very handsome today.
Eddie?
Why, thank you. You're as beautiful as ever, my little doe. Oh, mwah, mwah.
Eddie, can you hear me? What can you tell me about Great-Grandmother Rose? What did Elsa have to do? Eddie! Self-made dolls. Ugh. The stuff of nightmares. What do you see here, Eddie?
You'll be quite safe, the little rabbit said to his brothers and sisters. The fox is fast asleep, so the rabbits tiptoed past. And the fox was sly. He wasn't asleep at all. He opened his yellow eyes.
I've warned you before to mind your place. This will be the last time you defy me!
The eyes of the fox, they shone with cruel light as he punched on the rabbits and ate them all one by one. It was only then he went to sleep, his tummy full, his heart content.
I wonder what's on the other side. Is there... no, can't see a switch or lever. I guess not all castles are like Edgar Allan Poe used to describe them. A secret passage.
What do you think you're doing?
That won't be long, I hope. Look after Eddie. Just a little further. Damn it!
That's it. Open wide. Good, good.
I don't want any.
That's all right, dear. Did I tell you that John's son David has arrived? He's as bothersome as his father. Not worthy of this place. Poor Angus will never recover from the sight of John's charred remains. Selfish, selfish man.
Please, don't.
I do not enjoy this, as you well know, but you brought it on yourself. Your son was a good man. You should not have defied him.
Rosemary. Oh my God. She's barely skin and bones. How is she still alive?
I found the hidden switch. It was in the bookcase.
You scared me half to death.
Well, you will insist on wandering off without telling me where you're going, and I just managed to avoid Lady Margaret when... Jesus God!
I saw this.
In a vision.
Edward beat her with it. Used it to cripple the poor woman.
Oh my God. And he hung it there to remind her every day. Take it down.
You're sure?
Do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rosemary, I'm David. John's son. Your great-grandson.
Here, try this. No, like this. Gently.
Edward, I was bad. I disobeyed.
Disobeyed? How did you disobey?
Cecilia, I tried to stop him. Stop what he was doing.
What was he doing, Rosemary?
Should not have disobeyed. Not disturb him in the old wing. Never talk back.
Rose! Rose! What did he do to Cecilia?
I don't think you'll get anything more out of her. Poor woman. Come on, Lady Rosemary. We'll get you out of here.
No!
We can get you somewhere safe.
I'm safe here, in this room. Safe from the Black Mirror.
The Black Mirror. Margaret has a lot to explain. I think we need to have words with her ladyship. Margaret, we need to talk about...
Lady Margaret, if you please.
Never mind that. What the hell are you doing with Rosemary?
You're one to talk. You're just like your father, leaving nothing but fear and misery in your wake.
What in God's name are you talking about?
You spoke to young Eddie, did you not? Now he's convinced everyone is trying to kill him. He has taken poor Andrew hostage and is threatening his life.
Where is he?
He's taken him to the old wing, and he is armed.
I'll go. I can talk to him.
You will not. You two have caused quite enough trouble already.
We? How dare you, when you continue to worship Edward, even though he drove poor Cecilia to drown herself?
I will not allow you to...
To what? To speak the truth? To say that Edward...
He never touched her! You come here, and you...
No, you. You are the one in the wrong here. You know more than you're saying, and we both know it. There's something in this place. An evil that has plagued our family for generations. Instead of blaming others, maybe you should look closer to home for the cause of your misfortune.
You know nothing. What I did, what I do, everything is for this family. How can you possibly understand?
Please, my lady, we can discuss this later. Miss Farber, you need to speak to Master Eddie.
Take us to him.
This way. Have a care in the old wing. It isn't used, and for good reason. A section of wall fell into the sea some years back, and the rest is falling to ruin. Over there, sir.
Eddie?
No! No! They're after me! All of them! Trying to kill me! No! Please help!
Eddie, look at me, Eddie, just at me. It's going to be all right.
Stay back here. I'll try to reason with him.
You will not. This is what I do. Eddie? Talk to me, Eddie. Tell me what's troubling you.
Troubling me? He is! And David! They all are!
They all are what, Eddie?
Accusing me! They think I killed her!
He
The
can't
maid,
see
you
me from
mean?
here.
But I
This might
didn't!
be a way across.
I didn't!
I believe you, Eddie. I believe you.
Steady now.
Stop wriggling about. You stay still.
Let him go, Eddie. Everything is all right. Slowly, Mr. Harrison.
Come here!
Bloody fool. Bits of bone. Should work if I'm careful. Seems intact. Now for some ammunition. Let's hope this doesn't snap under the strain.
What the? Leave me alone! I told you! Leave me alone!
Eddie, stop!
What? Get them off me! Get them off!
You okay?
What? No! Hold still, you bastard!
Andrew! Andrew, no!
David? David?
What? What happened?
Relax. Everything's fine.
Fine. Are you out of your mind?
Oh, please, contain yourself, Andrew.
I most certainly will not. And I'm not spending another moment in this madhouse. I will fetch the police from the village immediately.
I don't think that would be wise, sir.
Are you threatening me?
Perish the thought, sir. I'm merely pointing out the folly of driving these roads in the dark.
And besides, we may need the car if Eddie's condition worsens.
The insane brat can jump off the roof for all I care. I, for one, will rather risk my life out there than in here.
Leave, then. And before you even think of telling anyone what happened here, just remember who you are dealing with. And yes, you may consider that a threat. Angus, kindly help me with young Eddie.
Careful now. Just take it slowly. I'm sorry I didn't believe you.
Science took a beating tonight.
After seeing what happened here, I think even Dr. Freud would agree with you.
The mirror. I think it's some kind of dark force. An ancient evil summoned by the Druids.
And they lost control over it.
I believe they never had control.
I need to check up on Eddie and make sure he's all right.
Have you forgotten that he tried to kill you?
So, I'll be careful then. He's a person in need, no matter what he did.
My father tried to destroy the mirror, to end the evil, but he failed. Now he's trapped in there.
Are you talking about his soul?
If that's what you want to call it. All I know is... we have to find a way to free him. Edward knew of the mirror. He may have even understood its power.
So we know what it is, but not where.
It's underground. Somewhere. Reaching it, well, that's the real conundrum.
And how not to end up like your father.
This is Edward's lair. And Margaret was none too eager on us prying.
So we should pry.
Indeed.
Another one.
Like the symbols carved on the rocks.
Rory.
Yes. He might know what it means.
He'll probably be asleep at this late hour, though.
The first time I met him was in the dead of night. So who knows? He might get lucky. Son of a... An army book. It belonged to Angus.
There's a page marked.
It details how to perform a cesarean section.
Does that mean that Angus...
Delivered Cecilia's baby. That way they could keep it out of the public eye.
Horrifying.
This place must be a dream for a psychiatrist.
Or nightmare.
Looks like this is where Grandfather Edward did his work. This looks interesting. This looks interesting. You were probably looking for this too, Father. Eddie already took everything he could find. Eddie had too much respect for the old man to just break this open. Something's missing. Looks like it is part of the key Father hid away for me. Still not complete, it seems. Doesn't fit like that. Eddie is truly desperate to be a great Gordon like his grandfather. Angus and Eddie. The family that slays together, stays together. The bloodstains on it are old and dry. The bloodstains on it are old and dry. Ooh, raw alcohol. Eddie didn't want to do his delicate work in the dark. Empty. Another of Eddie's horrors waiting to happen. Just how far does the official Gordon estate reach? Eddie didn't want to do his delicate work in the dark.
Ugh, the stench. It reeks of death down there.
That foul smell might lead us straight to where we need to go.
You think the way to the mirror might be through that abyss?
Perhaps. It's too dark to see what's down there. I should be able to cobble together a light. Cheers. Now all I need is some kind of fuse. Stand back! So this is where Eddie dumped the bits he didn't need.
Look, who knows how far down these chasms go?
Or how vast the caves below are. The castle may have been built on top of wherever the mirror is kept. It doesn't look like we'll get any closer to it from down there, though. This looks interesting. Eddie had too much respect for the old man to just break this open. Doesn't fit like that. To my dear Father Edward, you stopped me from ending my torment many times before, but on this occasion, I'm determined you will not. I do this, not for myself, but for my child. A child that should never have been. A child born, not from love, but from cruelty. I'm taking my baby with me to save it from this rotten family. For it does not deserve to be cast into this world and into this damned place. Cecilia Gordon.
What does it say?
The ramblings of a lunatic. He talks of a place of great power in an abandoned village.
Any mention of where it is?
No such luck. Just that it's where, as he charmingly puts it, his whore of a mother pushed him out into the world.
He was born in this village, at the place of power.
Yes, but it puts us no nearer to finding it.
It does. His mother will know the location.
Of course. Rosemary! This looks interesting.
I think we should get moving, unless you still want to look around some more.
Found anything yet?
Only a few reasons for bad dreams.
Mr. McKinnon.
Master David. Miss Farber.
If you don't mind me saying, you look like you could use some sleep.
After seeing what happened in the old wing, I doubt I will ever sleep well again.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
No, sir. I do not think you do.
How is Eddie faring?
The young master is in bed. We've ensured he's comfortable and cannot do any further harm.
I'd like to speak to him, to help us understand why he did what he did.
Lady Margaret is sitting with him at the moment. I'm afraid he's in no fit state to talk.
I hope you managed to sleep soon.
Thank you, sir. As do I. Oh, Rory the gardener mentioned he wanted to speak with you. He's in the library.
Thank you for letting me know. Hello, Rory. What brings you to the library in the dead of night?
I don't rightly know. I woke up. Something, a feeling made me come here.
I see.
I ken I wasn't much of a help to you earlier. It is not easy for me to trust folks.
From what I've seen of this family, I cannot entirely blame you. Edward's diary mentioned an old, deserted village somewhere nearby.
I ken it. I haven't been up there in years, though. 'Tis a fearful place, so it is.
What happened? Why was it abandoned?
The folks there were all killed. All dead. Wiped out overnight. Nobody goes there anymore.
But Edward did.
Aye.
How did the village die? It was the Druids. The Druids using the Black Mirror.
Aye, it was. They got what they wanted, drove back the Romans. Aye, that they did. But it cost them dear.
Can you take us to the village?
No, son, I canna. My eyesight's not what it was, you ken. And them woods are not safe with no map to guide ye. I can get you across the loch when you ken the path, though.
We need to find this deserted village. It's not on the map, and I have a feeling Lady Margaret and Angus will remain as unhelpful as they have been so far.
According to the diary, your great-grandmother would know where it is, though. The poor woman. How could Edward do this to his own mother?
He was a monster. That's how. Rose? Rosemary! It's me, it's David. I need you to help us. The village where Edward was born. Can you point to it on this map? Can you do that? Oh, nothing. It's like she's shut down.
Just a second. Try now.
This ought to be enough for Rory to help us find the village.
We'll need a boat to get across the loch.
There's one at the lakeside. Even if we knew how to cross the woods safely, it would cost us a lot of time.
We should go by boat. That'll at least be somewhat faster.
We know the way to the village now.
Well done, laddie. You both go on ahead and ready the boat. I'll see you down at the jetty.
What? No, we can find it ourselves. It's cold and dark outside.
I ken the weather, lassie. I'm nae some bairn, and I'm nae too old to walk up a hill.
I get the feeling you won't take no for an answer.
You say that right, and I ken what's up there mair than you both.
This isn't going to move.
I'm not surprised. By the looks of it, it hasn't moved in years.
It's going to take more than me and you to get this into the water. If we find a long stick, we might be able to move it, bit by bit.
David, that would take forever. There must be another way. One where we don't have to break our backs. Andrew really has left on foot. I hope he finds somewhere warm soon and unharmed.
He was a fool to leave. And it won't make our lives easier if he does drag the authorities up here.
You're starting to sound like a true Gordon. Andrew really has...
He was a...
You're starting...
The keys are here.
Margaret won't be happy if we use the car to push in the boat.
All the more reason to do it. Do you know how to drive?
You don't.
There's easier ways to get around in India.
What a bleak place. And so quiet.
Quiet? You mean you can't hear?
As will be the fate of anyone who dares oppose this family.
Hear what?
The voices. Screams.
I'm not sure. I think I can hear something in the distance.
We need to keep moving. Edward must have had some sort of hideout up here. I guess it's near the place of power he wrote about in his diary.
How will we know if we found it?
We should show this to Rory. No sign of human, or any life really.
The architecture of this place, the tunnels, huts, if only we had more time to explore it thoroughly.
You can almost feel the deadness of this place seep into you.
That you can, laddie, that you can. I havena been here in many a year. I dinna ken the place so well. Wouldn't have a clue where it would hit out.
Is everything all right, Rory?
It's the bloody voices, laddie. I'm trying to keep them out, but they're loud and strong.
Do you know what this is?
I ken it. It's a symbol the old druids would have used in their rituals.
We'll keep looking.
I'm not going anywhere, laddie.
What could this mean? We need to break this open somehow. What?
Can you hear me? Rory? Is everything alright?
It's not like you know. You can't say that. I tried to protect you. I didn't mean to harm you. I didn't. It was just a burn, just a wee burn.
Rory?
Let him go. We need to keep moving. This handwriting, I recognize it. It's Andrew's.
Andrew? The lawyer?
This is his workplace. Andrew keeps referring back to a spot nearby. It must be Edward's place of power. Listen to this. Edward may have had his faults, but he was not weak like my mother, who carried her weakness to the end when she took the coward's way out. Cecilia's baby didn't die with her. It's Andrew. Oh, he played me from the beginning. Edward's birth was during some kind of ritual. They thought he would have a unique connection to the Black Mirror.
And Andrew thinks he might have inherited this trait from his father.
Exactly. Which shows he knows nothing about what the mirror is capable of, or is beyond caring. There must be an entrance beneath the house that leads to the Black Mirror. This is what Andrew's looking for. The fool. He's trying to release Edward, free his spirit from the mirror.
Do you think there's also a way to free your father?
Perhaps. The difference being that whatever is left of Edward, what I've seen, I'm not sure he's of this world anymore.
Oh, the soil here has been disturbed.
The missing pages from the Chronicles. They might detail the rituals Andrew is trying to complete. They're badly burnt, but maybe we can... That's as good as it gets. Let's see what we can see. Not much. The blood of 3. The soul of 1. What does...
Christ, what is this? What's happening, David?
A dream within a dream. Stay close to me.
Done this together!
No! He can't be allowed to return!
Come back! Come back here!
Andrew seems to have tried to stop my father from enacting some kind of guardian ritual.
Did your father complete it?
I don't know yet. Do you see them? Do you see my father?
Only from the tail of my eye, barely. Just lead the way, I'll follow.
You cannot hide! Not from me! Not him, not the boy!
It was yours.
Yes, when I was a boy. I can't believe he kept this. There's a shortcut over here.
Lead the way.
Gion mi myhucha. Gabo je am prish gabe mi rish.
that!
Be safe, my son.
What the hell just happened? I heard voices, but clearly you see much more than I do.
My father came here to free himself, our family, of the curse. But he found out that Andrew was up to something even worse, and he tried to stop him.
The Black Mirror.
Andrew was trying to use its power to return Edward, or whatever Edward has become, to this plane of existence. This world.
The fool. He just needed to look around here to see the mirror can't be controlled, can't be trusted. So did your father complete this guardian ritual? Do you think it worked?
I don't know for sure, but I think it must have. Otherwise, how could he still be helping us? I feel like he's trying to reach out to me, but I can't quite touch him.
Is there any way of freeing him from wherever he is now?
I can only hope there is. We need to get Rory and get back to the castle before Andrew finds the entrance, if he hasn't already.
And we need to warn the others about...
You are too weak, Swear Gordon, just like your father! Once a murderer, always a murderer. Pathetic old man. You could never do what needs to be done.
Rory! Rory! Are you hurt?
Let me have a look.
Dinna fash yourself, lassie. I'm fine.
What did Angus mean about you being a murderer? He wasn't just talking about himself, was he?
Just the ramblings of a dying man.
No more excuses. If you want our trust, then be honest with us.
Aye, you're right. It was a long time ago. I wasn't the man I am now. I had a temper on me. A drink. One night I got mad and, oh God forgive me, I killed my wife and bairn. And the Gordons.
They covered it up.
That they did.
That's why you've worked here all these years. You owed them.
I'm a selfish old man. Hiding out here, feared the Gardens would turn me in.
And Edward? Did you know?
I kenned what he did. But I was too big a coward to do anything.
The voices you were hearing earlier, was it your wife?
Her and Cecilia, aye.
Andrew. I think he's Edward's son.
What? No, it can't be.
He's what, Rory?
Cecilia's bairn. I made him give him away. I ken we should have put him down instead.
You gave Cecilia's baby away? What about her husband?
Oh, Edward had taken care of him a long time ago.
We need to get back.
Guess a hand up, would you? Help me back to my glass house. I need to show you something.
Can we give you a hand?
From what you told me, your father cast a guardian spell, and he cast it for you, son.
Why?
For to help you, to contact you from the other side. You're special, lad. I think you likely have the power of a high druid. Someone with a powerful connection with the spirits.
What's he doing?
It's the same symbol I saw my father make before he killed himself.
Shh! Give me your hand.
Ouch!
Don't be a wee un. Now, drip your blood onto the symbol.
Father.
There, laddie. The link with your father will be stronger now.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. You'll need all the help you can get for when you reach the mirror. You're not to go down there until your bond is completed. There's still unfinished business between you and your father. I just dinna ken what it is.
I've been thinking about the mirror. About what it does, Rory. I think that it was responsible. For what you did to your family, I mean.
Thank you for your words, lass. But it doesn't change the fact that I did it. It doesn't ease the pain. It doesn't stop their guilt. There's still things you don't know about, lad. About your father and his past. But you need to find out for yourself. Do not face the mirror with doubt in your heart, or you leave nothing of you. That's all for me, no.
Nonsense. We will get you help. I can...
No, I see. I'll be with my wife and parents soon. She always told me for a gardener I was never very good at growing a beard. She were always right, my girl.
Blood.
We need to be careful.
It's not her blood. Here, let me help you.
I will be fine, thank you.
Andrew, where is he?
He has taken Eddie. I tried to stop him, but he struck me. Me. There was a madness in his eyes. I do not understand what is happening. First Eddie, and now Andrew.
It's this house. The curse in our veins. It comes from whatever evil lurks below this damn place.
The Black Mirror.
Poppycock. Our blood is not cursed. We may have had our fair share of tragedies. So does any great family. But evil can live in the hearts of men without the help of any curse.
On that at least we can agree. And in one heart in particular. That of my grandfather. Your dear, precious Edward.
I will not hear another word from you about my husband.
We don't have time for this. Look in the desk in the old wing if you will not believe us.
She might know more. We need to talk to her again. Without attacking her.
Oh, of course. You're right.